Hey everyone, Kimberly Olson in the house. I decided to use Zoom and stream in instead of StreamYard. So I know some of you are going to take a minute to be able to find this. So I'm just going to chat for a second while we get you guys in and rocking and rolling. We're going to talk about Clubhouse, which is the newest social media platform that's gone viral. I know there's been others that have come and gone and some are limping along, but this one actually is legit, okay? I am totally impressed with what I've seen so far, and I'm going to walk you guys through this platform, how to make the most of it, how to get on it, because a lot of you, I took a poll and it's about half of you have not been invited on yet. It is an invitation-only platform. There are some workarounds that as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find this video so I can make sure to see you guys while I'm on so I can see those comments. And hopefully, oh, there it is. Okay, hey, what's up? All right, so if you are on right now, I want you to share below if you know what I'm talking about. So just say, I'm clueless, I have no idea, I just saw your video and I thought I better get on this. Or are you already on Clubhouse? Or are you waiting to get invited to Clubhouse? Okay, let me know where you're at so I can kind of poll the audience here in real time and check out what y'all have to say. Oh, you're so welcome. You know, whenever there's something new and I start to get people asking me about it, I just say, okay, I got to dig in and figure this out. So I literally got invited just Sunday. So what is that? 3 days ago? I mean, seriously, I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I know enough to get you started. I've hosted 2 rooms now, starting to build up my presence on there, have some great ideas in the works. And I really want to allow you all to make the most out of it when you do get in and look for ways to help a friend get in if you have an invite to extend, okay? So I have no clue. I love it, Anna. Okay, so first up, this platform is it's invitation only. However, you can get in without an invite, okay? So let me talk a little bit about that. So the way it is when you get invited in and someone nominates you, you're into the platform, what happens is they extend an invite to you. It will automatically sync up to the contacts in your phone, and based on its little spidey bots, it can tell of your contacts who's not on Clubhouse, and it suggests people to you to invite, okay? I didn't know that there was only one invite, so I just looked at it and I'm like, oh yeah, she'd be great. And then I realized, oh, there's no more invites. So heed my warning. You want to get in there very strategically, and you don't want to use that invite until you're ready to use that invite. And this is what I'm going to tell you what I think would be the most pay it forward way to roll this out, okay? Because I want all of you on there. Now, I believe in mastering one platform at a time, but I think this can be a nice add-on to what you're currently doing for audience building, but most importantly, your visibility out in the marketplace. And it's not time consuming. It's not something where, unless you get sucked in and you're listening to a lot of other people's, but I want you to stay the course on the way that you're building your business. But I think this could be great for all of you to check out, because some of you who just can't seem to go live, or you don't like being on video or in front of people, or you really are drawn to collaboration, or maybe serving, I'm telling you, it's like, it's so different. It's all audio based, and we're going to actually screen share and we're going to go look at the app together. Okay. So how to get invited is someone can extend an invite to you. So what I want you all to do, here's your homework. Don't leave this training, stay with me. It's for iPhone right now. Have any of you figured out, I can try it on my tablet and see. Well, actually, no, my tablet's synced up to my phone, so that's not going to work. Any of you have a tablet, an iPad of some sort, to see if you can get into Clubhouse if you have an Android phone? Okay, right now Clubhouse is just for iPhone. I'm guessing it's going to roll out to all phones, because why wouldn't it? I think it started this spring, maybe. So it's this past spring, so it's still new, and it really has taken off recently. Pretty much all my connections have just signed up within the last week and a half, like of everyone that I know. Okay, so it's very new. So what I want you to do is, if you have Android, try and see if you can get the app downloaded on a different device. Okay. Now, what you can do is, if you have not been invited yet, you can go to the app and you can reserve your name. This is very important. Okay. So homework number 1, download the app. find someone in your family with an iPhone, okay? And then what you want to do is you want to reserve your name. The reason being is you have to register with a real name, and then you're going to pick a username. Mine is Gold Digger Girl because they limit it to 15 characters. So if any of you want to come find me, I encourage all of you to friend me. Or follow me. I'm following back everyone who follows me that I know, and I recognize all of you on here, okay? So follow me, I'll follow you back, and you can see how I'm utilizing the platform. So it's 15 characters, but this is why it's important. There's a workaround. So I didn't have an invite to it, but people were asking me about it over the weekend. So I was like, you know me, I'm just gonna get in there and figure it out. So I went on, and right away it was like, you're approved. And I was like, how'd that happen? Someone who was already on the platform, Nicole, my friend Nicole, she got a notification that said, Kimberly, would you nominate Kimberly to come into the Clubhouse? And she said yes, because obviously she's one of my good friends. And I got in without an invitation. Okay. So today I just approved someone else to get in. I can't remember her name. But somebody else that's a Gold Digger that I recognize her name. I got a notification. This is why you want to check your notification. I'm going to screen share Felicia and show you. I got a notification that said, would you like to nominate so-and-so? And I did. So I got someone in there today without an invitation. Isn't that awesome? The other thing you can do is that you can earn more invitations by hosting rooms. Okay. A room is basically, think of it as, Facebook Live is visual. No, it's not a good example of a room. How Facebook has rooms, it's sort of like that without the camera part. And it's not everybody in there talking, which is really distracting to me because I have ADD. Everyone's muted. It's a little bit different, and I'm going to show that to you. But when you host rooms, it's going to reward you for activity. It wants you participating, okay? So it wants you participating. Once you get in, I want you to go for it, okay? I want you guys to just try it. I was a little nervous to do it the first time because I just literally had gotten the app that day, but I went ahead and started a room, and I had it on public, and a couple people popped in, and I just talked about nothing because I had nothing planned. And then I got off and I was like, whew, okay. So I want you just to try it. It's going to be fine. You'll all make it through. Okay. But you can earn more invitations by hosting rooms. So this is what I recommend doing. Whatever, like we have a group coaching program. So if any of you are in 6FB, 6-figure breakthrough, I want you guys to do this together. So we need someone to get an invite, because I think everyone that's in has used their invites. We're going to do an invitation tree, okay, like a follow train. So how it's going to work is Nikki, for example, she signed up but not accepted. Let's say Nikki gets in and it says, Nikki, welcome, you have one invite. Nikki is going to go into her group, if you have maybe an accountability pod, you have a team that you're on, ask others that want to participate in it, and you're going to do an invitation train. And how it's going to work is Nikki's going to invite the next person that's in the line, and then that next person's going to get an invite, and they're going to, okay, that's kind of my theory on how to really max this out. I don't know if you can do it or not. Give it a try. Okay. So you have to have an invitation. It's a very exclusive, fear of missing out. I'm going to just project everyone will get in. Okay. So if for some reason you're not in right now and you're like chomping at the bit, it's going to be okay. Okay. It's called Clubhouse drop-in audio chat. Thank you, Heather. Yeah, it's just amazing. We're going to go look at it together. Like I said. Okay. So I'm going to share screen. I'm going to help you guys set up your profile, some of that kind of stuff, because I want you guys to feel really comfortable with this when you get approved. There's that, not fear of unknown, but it's a little bit, I don't know what this is. So I just want to show you guys what it looks like. For those that are in it, this can be helpful, but this will be really helpful for everybody who is actually, as you guys see that there's a motion at the door. That's called Amazon. Okay. He comes here all that. Oh, he's knocking at the door today. Wow. Normally they don't do that. Hopefully he leaves the package. Oh, there he is. Oh, thank you, Amazon guy. He doesn't know the drill. Okay, if you see any weird messages pop up, just ignore them. Okay, so Clubhouse is right here with the guy with the guitar. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna set up your profile. So here's a little picture right there, add a picture. I do recommend you use the same picture that's on Facebook, Instagram, wherever you are, because you have to have that brand recognition. Can you all see my screen? Okay, cool. Yes. Yeah, you download the right one. It's the guy with the guitar. It's like black and white image. So use the same profile picture. Uh-oh, am I still on? I think I just saw something go away. I don't know what that was. Maybe it was the motion at the door. Will one of you comment in the chat that you can still see my screen? So the profile picture is important. Do the same one for brand consistency. Okay. Then this is really, really cool thing. Let me see if I can edit my profile. I don't really know how to do anything yet, so we'll figure it out. Okay, I don't know how to edit it, but whatever. You guys you'll figure it out as you go. There's a lot of words allowed, which is really cool. Okay, there's a lot of words allowed. So I just copied my bio from Instagram. There's no clickable links yet, but what you can do is you can type out your link, how I have my link tree here. Not as easy because people don't like to copy and paste, they like to click. But what you could do is say social media Trello board and put an arrow and say, click the link in my bio on Instagram. And you could do, oh, you can see my screen. Thanks, Anna. You can do a call to action that way. My bio is kind of long. So if yours is not as long, they'll be able to see your goal digger, your Instagram or Twitter. So if you're on Twitter, put it. If you're not on Twitter, like people go to your Twitter and there's nothing happening, don't sync up to your Twitter, but do sync up to your Instagram. Do sync up to your Instagram. Write this down. Do sync up to your Instagram. And this is why. There's no direct messaging in here. So if you want to connect with someone, you can't, okay, as of now, unless there's some secret thing I don't know about. But what you can do is say, hey, sent you a DM on Instagram. Hey, send me a DM on Instagram, okay? So I want you guys to fill out your profile. I do recommend a call to action of some sort, you know, connect with me on Facebook, connect with me on Instagram, grab my free guide to crushing your life or whatever that looks like, okay? All right, so sync up to Instagram. You'll be prompted to do that and you just have to put your username and password in there, okay? Other thing is, down here, Nicole Chug is the one that nominated me when I reserved my name, and she right away must have got notified. Kimberly, do you know Kimberly Olson? Do you want to nominate her? And she said yes. So that got me into the platform. And what this will be listed on your profile. So if you accept someone, you vouch for someone to get them in, you guys, please make sure you know them. So Sheila's on here right now. My notifications say Sheila is trying, you know, do you know Sheila? Would you like to nominate her on the Clubhouse? If I'm like, sure, just accepting everyone that it's notifying me, Sheila's profile will permanently say nominated by Kimberly Olson. So if I know Sheila, that's cool. But if I don't, you're basically associating yourself with that person. So just make sure that you are vouching for people that you actually know, okay? And then the other thing is it's going to ask you some questions to gather interest. This is very important. I learned this the hard way. When it's prompting you, what are you interested in? It has all kinds of categories, health and wellness, all kinds of things. I chose a lot of the business ones, women in business, entrepreneurial, all of that. It's going to curate your content or curate your feed. Basically, it's going to show you I don't know how to get where I just was. It's going to show you all the rooms and basically topics and discussions happening based on what you choose as your interest. And it's also going to suggest that you join some rooms, okay? So there are actually, I don't know what they're called. Let's see if we can figure it out. Okay, find people in clubs, okay? So let's just click wellness. So if you click wellness, there's topics to explore, but look down here. Clubs are just like a Facebook group, okay? Meaning it's a special little thing. So in order to, and if I'm like going so fast, and you're like, I don't know what she's saying, this is recorded. You can come back and watch this after you get into Clubhouse, okay? Just remember this. Your goal as a budding entrepreneur, someone who's like wants to make their mark on social media, is to utilize the bells and whistles of these platforms. One of the bells and whistles is to create a clubhouse, okay? The club or a club in Clubhouse. To create a club, they will not let you create a club until you have done rooms several times. So you will want, I'm on a call, honey, you will want to do clubs, or you will want to do rooms several times to create a club, okay? I want all of you to work towards that. Now, if you have a Facebook group right now and it's just not happening and you don't have Facebook groups down yet, you might want to wait on that and really understand Facebook groups first. But if you're good at that, sort of leading the charge for things, that would be great. But in the meantime, again, you have to remember, this is really important. Whatever clubs you choose right now, that's what's going to be on your feed, and you're going to get notified of all of these things happening. So you might say, oh, well, the therapy confessional, awesome. Okay, sounds good. Well, then you're going to get a lot of things around therapy, okay? So you might want to just keep that in mind as you go along, okay? So it'll show all the clubs. It's going to show the clubs that you are in on your profile. So when people come to my profile, it's going to show all my followers and following, and it's going to show which clubs I'm in as well. And everyone can see that. Okay. So again, just choose wisely for the different clubs that you're in. Okay. And then you can search mompreneur. If you want to search, use the search field and be able to see different clubs to join, then have at it. You can search all kinds of terms, different words there. Okay. Clubs, you do have to be accepted to get into them, but from what I can tell, most of them are accepting people because it's so new at this point that everyone seems to be pretty liberal. Okay. So I wanted to show you guys the rooms really quick. Okay. And so what you do is you click start a room, and then we'll do, let me try closed and see who is on here that I can put in the room. I can't see everyone on here. So we're going to just choose people. Add a topic, trait testing for training. If you guys are actually in the room and can hear me talking, it might be a little weird. Okay, let's see if we can get, is there anyone on? Can't see who's on here that's on. Yeah, you'll have to go back and watch the beginning, but you can't just get an invitation. You actually have to, everybody gets one invitation. Yeah, you need an invitation for it. So I'm not sure who to invite right now. It's not going to let me go. Let me just try. Oh, I hate to put that on Kathy. Seeing who's on this live right now. Or can any of you comment? Are you on Clubhouse right now that are a friend of mine that I can invite into this right now? Me, Sherry. Okay, we'll do that in 1 second once I figure out who to put on here, because I don't want to just randomly grab someone. That's kind of rude. Okay, Meredith, I'm going to try to get you on. Meredith kind of just goes with the flow. Heads up, sharing recordings without the speaker's permission violates the community guidelines. Oh, okay, that sounded kind of scary. Did you guys see that? Okay, so maybe we'll just talk for a second while she's not on here, but it's letting me do the room. Okay, cool. So I want to show you guys a couple of things in the room. Okay, this is key. When you create a room, there's private, like friends only basically, and then public. Public means anyone can hop on, which is what you want to be doing. Oh, you're on, Stacy. Okay. If it yells at me, I'm gonna get you on here, Stacy. Thank you so much. So do public, okay? But this is key. When you go by yourself and you don't co-host something with someone, you just go by yourself and host a room, it is going to grab the first person who comes on and put them at the top up here. So I'll show you guys in a minute a screenshot of what it looks like when it's actually going. But right up here, it's going to have, this is the top part is the speakers. It's going to grab that person as a speaker. So I'm going to be trying to co-host because, you know, I don't want to just have some random person doing it with me. I just think it'd be better to think that out a little bit. Okay, so the second person that comes on is automatically a speaker. This green badge here, they call it the green bean, I guess. I don't know, some lingo I've heard about, whatever. The green star, that means you're the running the room, you're the moderator. Cool thing you can do is if you wanted to start it and it's going and you have to leave and other people are having a discussion, you can hand off and make someone else a moderator. You just click on their picture, okay? Which is kind of nice because these tend to go for a while. I've been telling people this is how long it'll be. So I think that's helpful to put some parameters around that, okay? Now, if you're participating in one and you're like, okay, how do I do this? You're actually going to put your hand up. Okay, now since I'm running this, it looks a little different, but for you, when you're in a room listening, you can ask to speak. So you're going to click the hand. And if you want to do that, what happens is if let's say Stacy's on here and she raises her hand at the top while you're running the room, it's going to turn green at the top and say, Stacy has raised her hand. Would you like to let her speak? It'll only be up for a minute and flash off. So to go back and approve her, click her picture. And one of the choices is to add her as a speaker, which is really cool. Okay. Then what will happen is I wanted to show you down here as well. So you put the hand up to ask to speak. And it's very like viral like that. It's very organic the way I've seen all of these happening. The plus symbol, this is awesome. And I did this while I did this with Steph Weber earlier today. We hosted a room. While she was talking, I hit the plus symbol and I invited people on, and it tells you how long ago they were on the app. So it starts with the people who were just on, which is really great. So they'll get a notification, Kimberly invited you into a room. So I recommend that you all do that when you're hosting rooms. This is the mute button. So someone came on and she's like, I couldn't find the mute button. I didn't know how to mute myself. So go ahead and hit the mute button. Yeah, mine isn't showing because this is closed or private, Stacy. So that might be why I didn't tell you guys that. I was just kind of playing around with it. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. Allergies. We had a record yesterday of cedar. Do you guys have cedar? Excuse me. Do you guys have cedar by you? I'm in Austin, Texas. It's pretty bad here. It was the record, highest on record ever of cedar count yesterday. And poor Addison's like a mess. I feel so bad for her. Anyways, okay, so you can click the hand to speak. You can mute yourself. You can hit the plus symbol to invite people to the room. Okay, now what you can also do, so we're gonna go ahead and you can leave quietly. So if you're in a room and you're just like, okay, I'm not digging this room, click leave quietly and you just leave it, okay? I'm not gonna leave my own one. Let visitors in. So if you wanna let people in, oops, I didn't know about that part, but we're just gonna end the room there. Now, if you wanna schedule it, I want you to click the calendar button. It has upcoming for you. It has all upcoming. So if you want to see everything happening in your network, great. Upcoming for you is based on recommendations or my events. Okay. So we had one earlier today that's done now. Hit the plus symbol and you can add your co-host. So always check in advance, but I would start partnering up with people that you know in your circle. Okay. I think that's a great idea to collaborate that well. So you can add co-host to it. Their names will show up on the appointment when you set the day and time. And then you are limited on characters. What I found easiest to do is to type out my description in my notepad app. And then I pasted it in here because then it had like bullet style. I just found it easier to do that as well. Okay. So you put your description, think of different things that you can do. There's all different kinds of categories. So if you're in health and wellness and you're really passionate about whole foods, why don't you talk about how to adopt a plant-based lifestyle in 2021? Or these are 5 we're going to do a superfood discussion. Superfood is the new anti-aging, the secret weapon of for anti-aging. Come listen about how you can find it in your grocery store or whatever. But you could do any topic that you want to, that you like to talk about. And it can be a discussion, okay? It can absolutely be a discussion. So let me show you a little bit about what that looks like as well, okay? And so schedule them in. I recommend adding a host. Okay, so I took some screenshots earlier because I wanted to show you what this looks like, but let me see if there's anything else I want to show you on here. No, I don't think so. Okay, so let me stop the share and then I want to show you guys over here some stuff I took pictures of today. Okay, so what am I trying to do here? Share screen. I'm like, where am I? Okay, so this right here, think about this, you guys. I was in a room yesterday with Gary V. And if you guys don't know who Sophia is, yeah, there she is. She is like the boss lady. She wrote that really awesome book. Does anyone know the name of the book? She's in a room, like you're in a room with people who are influential, but it's not about influencers. This is what I'm seeing. It's about success. It's about people who have created either income or impact or vitality in their life. They're sharing their secrets. I mean, to be able to listen in on a conversation with Gary V and potentially raise your hand and someone say, yeah, what's your question? Or how would you, what do you have to say about this? I was in a room where people were taking turns. Literally, they opened up the whole thing and you got to take a turn to say what your need was. Maybe someone to help you promote a book. Maybe you needed a VA. And you got to also mention anything you had to offer. Like, hey, if you need help with branding, like I'm a branding strategist. It was awesome. People were collaborating. Someone's like, oh, I know someone. Another person's like, hey, email me at this address. I wrote something down. I don't remember what I wrote down because I was so excited. Okay. As you can tell, I like learning things. Okay. So this is what the room looked like that Steph and I did today. So let me show you a couple of things. If you're hosting the room, this is what it looks like. Up here, this is called the stage. Okay, this is the stage. So if somebody, like for example, Lisa and Megan both raised their hands to speak. When you click yes to let them speak, they popped up here. So Lisa was right here. After she was done talking, when you clicked on her picture, it could say remove from stage or move back down or whatever. So she's up there while she's talking, asking her question, and then you can move her back down. Down here, it's going to show you everyone followed by the speaker. So if you're listening to a speaker, and you're loving it and you're like, the speaker's awesome, it's literally going to tell you every person who also loves that speaker. Do you think that maybe all of these people could potentially be your ideal avatar if they love the same speaker that you love? Yes. Great for networking, okay? And then others in the room are going to be people, and I actually friended both of these, or followed both of these girls while we were on. It'll show you others in the room that are not following the speaker. So just people who came in, and you can click on them and click follow in real time. So maybe you're talking and Steph was talking. I just clicked on their names and followed them really quick. So that's one of the things I like about this app is it keeps going. So if you're in the room listening and have your earbuds in and maybe you're getting ready for the day, again, it's addicting, so you might want to limit yourself to it, but you can leave the room and go text somebody something real quick. So it just keeps going, which I really like. I think that's genius on their part. And then I wanted to show you what it looks like when you click on somebody. Okay, so while we were in the room together, I was co-hosting with Steph. I clicked her name and I wanted to show you what it looked like. You can mute someone. So if you're hearing back, how annoying is that? I don't know if they fixed it, but in Facebook rooms where there's all that background noise, you can mute people. You can follow them or unfollow them. I don't know what the bell means, but you can do something with the bell. It can tell you a little bit about them. You can start a closed room together. So say you're in a room and you see someone you like and you want to collaborate, you can do that. You can view their profile, make them a moderator. So if, let's say I say to Steph, hey, let's co-host a room together. We get started in it and she's just rocking and rolling and she's having a good time, but you have to go. You can say, hey, Steph, do you want me to hand the reins to you, or do you want to wrap this up? Or maybe, message her on Facebook or Instagram, wherever you guys hang out. Okay. You can make them a moderator or move to audience. That's what it was called. Move to audience. So if the person's done speaking and they're not co-hosting, you can move them back to the audience. And then this bottom part right here is the audience. Okay. Remember, this is the stage and this is the audience. That'll kind of help you maybe hopefully get a visual around it to kind of understand how that works. Okay. So I am going to try to find the live on here. Can you do this on your phone? Yeah, it's an app on your phone. Yes, it's very cool. And my favorite part about it is her and I co-hosted that together. We've done 2 podcasts together. Steph and I were in the same coaching program. We've done 2 podcasts together. It was her and I having a conversation. We hit it off, but we didn't get to we didn't get to engage with the audience at all. It's a podcast. Like, I'm never going to know who listened to that podcast. I don't get to answer their questions, but a couple of people raised their hands and said, well, this is what I'm struggling with, with time management. And we were able to say, oh, this is what really helped us. So for me, as a yellow personality, I just love to serve and engage with people. I feel like this is going to be a really great way for you to connect with people and build a solid core audience in a different way. Again, if you hopped on late, I don't want you guys squirreling. Right now, if you're like, all I'm doing is focusing on getting my Facebook group to 300 members, that's my number, then focus on your Facebook group and getting it to 300 members. If you're one of those people where you can play around with Clubhouse and it's no big deal and it fulfills that, learning, stimulates your knowledge, cool. But if it squirrels you and derails you and you're like, one more thing to learn, girl, wash your face. You don't need to take this on. I'm not making you do this, right? I'm educating you and showing you something really cool out there, okay? And I'm very impressed with it, okay? Oh, you were asked to pay? That's weird, Lisa. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. So yeah, go back and watch the beginning. You do need an invite for it. But what I want you guys to do is go to the app, Clubhouse, download it. I want you to put your name in there. So type your real name and first and last name, and then it's going to ask you to do a username. Create a username, maybe your brand name or whatever. You can just do your name if you want. It's reserving your account, basically, your spot. Other people could potentially be notified that you just came onto the app, and someone could approve you in before you get an invite. So it's like a little workaround. If you know enough people on the app, it's probably going to happen. That's what I was saying. I feel like at some point, everyone will be on it. Okay. So if that's fun for you and you like the idea of conversation and connecting and all that, cool. Awesome. If not, do what you're doing. Okay. Do what you're doing. Don't overwhelm yourself or get distracted. If you can just layer it into what you're doing like I can, then knock your bad self out, okay? By the way, for those that missed my live yesterday, we had a really great Facebook Live yesterday on my business page. I invited you to put link in the comments. I'm gonna invite you guys to do that right now before you pop off. Put link in the comments, and we will get you into the Recruiting Profit Secrets Challenge. So we did day 1 last night. We had almost 300 live on video. I've never had that many live at one time. So it was just electric. The energy, the heart and soul that I'm already seeing of people wanting to really create something special this year in their business lights me up to no other. So day 1 was incredible. The replays in unit 7, if you put link, there's going to be an option to register for the Facebook group's Profit Seekers Challenge. No, Recruiting Profit Seekers Challenge. Register for that, get your workbook printed off, come tonight ready to work, okay? They do build upon each other, so if you have time, watch day 1 first. 8 p.m. Central, inside of the Gold Diggers of Online Marketing. I'm gonna go live every night this week, and then we'll have bonus trainings this weekend. So if you're just catching up, no worries, but they do build upon, like I said. So go back and watch the first one if you can make it in time. And we would love to have you guys in there, okay? All right, I'm so excited that we could get together today with this impromptu Facebook Live, but I just thought so many people were messaging me about it. I was like, it'll be just easier if I train on it and then I can tag you guys on it, even though I hardly know what I'm doing. I know enough to be dangerous. So I wanted to pass that along to you guys as well. So I hope you have a great rest of the day. I'm counting on all of you to be there tonight, because this is where the change really happens, is when you dive in with something like just spending all the time this week focused on your business and really getting in it. There's something magical when you're working alongside other people who have the same vision, and mission and goal for their business. So love to have you guys come in. Let's get you in there. Okay. So just put link, we'll get you in. I'll see all of you tonight at 8 p.m. Central. Until next time, get lit in your business and set your soul on fire. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.